I'm glad we got a win, but it's it's still only week 3. I feel like this is the beginning.
In only his 3rd start with Joe Gibbs Racing, former Sprint Cup champion Matt Kenseth brought home the first trophy for his new Dollar General Toyota team as he won the Kobalt Tools 400 Sunday at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Turning 41, Kenseth became just the 3rd NASCAR Cup driver to win on his birthday and smoked his tires down in victory at the start-finish line. With just 27 laps to go, a fuel-only call on the final pit stop by crew chief Jason Radcliffe set the number 20 up for the win.
Pretty proud to be driving this car. I've felt a lot of pressure that I've put on myself to come in here and perform. I feel like coming over here, getting to know Jason and really everybody in the shop and the organization and everything, just had a great feeling about the season. So we're only 3 weeks in, but all 3 races we had a car. If everything would have went right, that we could have won, and it feels pretty awesome to have this win here.
Casey Kane led the most circuits during the 267-lap race, but came up just short in the end, driving the Farmers Insurance Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports.
Started the race pretty good, was a little bit too loose, and Kenny, Francis, and Keith, they made great calls to tighten the car up and get it driving, perfect. And from there on, it was about making the right pit calls, and the pit stops were good. So I just had an awesome car, and it felt about perfect, I think, throughout 3/4 of that race. And there at the end, we had 2 cycles on left sides, and I just got kind of, Matt did everything right. When I caught him, I was like, man, this is not the guy you want to have to race with 10 to go, because he's going to do everything right, and you're going to have to figure out how to squeeze by him. And he had a fast car too, so it was difficult. He did a perfect job, and we came back second.
With qualifying rained out, defending Sprint Cup champion Brad Keselowski started the Penske Racing Miller Lite Ford on the pole and ran up front most of the day to finish 3rd.
Proud of the effort today to recover from a couple of mishaps. Certainly didn't give up there at the end. I thought I might have had a shot at Casey and Kenseth, who won the race. If I could have got by Kyle a little bit earlier, I would have loved to have gone up there and just put a little pressure on them and see who would have gave me a shot. But that opportunity didn't come up, unfortunately. But still, like I said, solid day, great effort, and we're off to a really solid start, really the best start of my career by far.
Kyle Busch was assessed a pass-through penalty on lap 48 for entering pit road too quickly, but rallied back to capture 4th. Last week's winner at Phoenix International Raceway, Carl Edwards, finished 5th despite a loose condition. Jimmy Johnson, who led during the mid-race point, ended up 6th. In 7th, it was another strong showing for Dale Earnhardt Jr., who held off Martin Truex Jr. in 8th. Looking at the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship standings, Johnson continues to sit atop the roster by 5 points ahead of Keselowski and 10 in front of Earnhardt Jr. Denny Hamlin hung on to 4th place, now 27 back, while Edwards moved up into 5th, 31 markers in arrears. It's time for some short track racing as the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series drivers hope for a little luck of the Irish at Bristol Motor Speedway next Sunday, March 17th.